All right. Like we said at the beginning of class, okay, you should have wrote map testing for Monday, sub Tuesday, and map testing for Wednesday. If you got a headphone in, please no headphones. If you're looking at a phone in the back, look over here. Now, we're going to have a test on the 11th. Tentatively, it keeps moving because we keep getting pushed back because this map testing is taking longer than expected, and then we have other meetings and blah, blah, blah. So, anyways, that's probably what our first test will be. We'll see. All right, so we're going to review some notation. I want to make sure we understand that. I got a little puzzle on it today, okay? Nothing too hard because I want to make sure you know where you're at. That's why you have your little grade sheet. And I want to give you time in class to fix it. So if you got a paper back to fix, that's your first priority. Fix your grade, right? If you see on your grade sheet there's a 1, that means you have a missing assignment. You can do that first, okay? Your first priority today is fix things, turn stuff in that's late, missing, and then it'll be this puzzle. But this puzzle is based on notation, and we want to make sure we understand notation. So let's go over the basics again. And if you have a phone in your hand, make sure you're looking over here, right? So number 1 is we need to notate a segment between M and N. So do you see the picture of the segment right here? Do you see how there's no arrowheads? It doesn't go forever, it stops. It has 2 endpoints. So we're going to write the 2 letters, MN, and on top of it you put a line without arrowheads. It's a line segment. Cool? So that's, anytime you see the word segment, this is how it's supposed to look. 2 letters, no arrowheads, segment on top. Okay? What about number 2? A line through JK. That ain't no joke. All right, now, through JK is a line. How do I know it's a line? Because I see 2 arrowheads, right? 2 arrowheads. So here's how you write it. You write JK, and then on top you put the line with the 2 arrowheads. Cool. So again, the words matter. Segment, no arrowheads, line, 2 arrowheads. Now then there's ray. Okay, we haven't really done ray, so I want to make sure you understand it. A ray has 1 arrowhead. It goes 1 direction. Okay, so notice how it says it starts from Q. So here's the starting point. The end point is Q, and it goes through point P. So whenever you're writing a ray, you have to start at the beginning or at the end, whatever, the end point. So the end point is Q, clearly. Like that's the end. So we start writing Q, and then we write P because it goes through P. Q, P. And just like the picture has 1 arrowhead, our notation has to also have 1 arrowhead. Do you see the difference between these 3? Segment, none. Line, 2 arrowheads. Ray, 1 endpoint, 1 arrowhead on top. Okay? And then we're going to get into angles next week. By the way, it's angles, A-N-G-L-E, not E-L. That's a different thing. Not angels, angles. All right. So 2 names for angles. You can name an angle with the 1 corner point, which is called a vertex. So we could call this angle, what's the corner vertex here? C, right? So you draw a little angle symbol, put a C, it's angle C. That's one way to write it, okay? However, write this down too. Usually, you write it with 3 letters, and the middle letter has to be the vertex, corner. So if I pick the 3 letters that make the angle, if I were to draw it, it would be A, C, B, or B, C, A. Okay? So underneath it, I'm going to put the other one, angle A, C, B. All right? And that is it for the warm-up. This is a refresher because you're going to need to know that to do this little puzzle. The most important thing is not this puzzle. The most important thing is what's your grade right now? Are there any missing assignments? Are there any low grades that you can fix? Do those first, please. And then you can work on this. So I'm going to hand it out, and we're going to get started on that. Here we go.